Hey sparkly beings, welcome back to my channel. Welcome to day 3 of the chakra series. So today is the solar plexus, and that is your core muscles. That's also your internal organs in that area. So that's like your stomach and your liver and your kidneys. And those are all directly associated with your confidence, your willpower to drive forward. Today we're going to be doing some core strengthening exercises and some core stretching, and also some good spinal twist, so you twist it, you do a little bit of a compression, and then when you release it, all the blood flows back into the area. So we're really igniting that area with that kind of energy. And we also have a lion's breath at the end. So you might feel silly and feel like you don't know what you're doing, but that's okay. That's not what it's about. It's about just embracing the process and seeing how you feel afterwards. So whenever you're ready, join me on your mat. All right, begin with me towards the top of your mat. You can face me for this. Well, ideally you face me the whole time. I'm going to be facing you for this. So get nice and grounded in your feet here. Press all 10 toes into the earth. Roll your shoulders down and back. Engage your core. This is our solar plexus area. So really think about this mindfully. Set your intention. Where do you want to build confidence in your life and strength? All right, so we're in mountain pose here. So you're flexing into all of your muscles. Everything here is active. Your glutes, hamstrings, quads, core, biceps, triceps, everything here is active. Just really think about like tensing up your whole body and just release it and shake it out. As I said, I like to start with this pose as it's very grounding. It gets you mindful of all of the muscles that are actually working in your body, and that'll help you kind of move through the postures with that mindset of engaging those muscles, ideally. All right, so begin with me. Face the top of your mat. Roll your shoulders down and back. Inhale, both arms out and up to gaze up. Exhale, press the earth away, chin to chest. We're just opening up ourselves a little bit here with some breath. Inhale, both arms out and up to gaze up. Exhale, press the earth away, chin to chest. Inhale, both arms out and up. This time, exhale, hinge from your hips, swan dive, flat back, palms towards the mat. Inhale, halfway lift, palms to your shins. Exhale, press your palms to the mat and step it back for your plank. Hold plank here, really activating your core here, activating everything in, drawing it in. Activate your glutes. Think about pulling your wrists towards your feet and your hips towards your wrists. And we're going to do our vinyasa flow. So chaturanga next, either on your knees or not. I'm going to drop to my knees. Inhale, upward facing dog or cobra. And exhale, tuck your toes, bend your knees, and lift your hips up and back for downward facing dog. A few breaths here. Really root through your hands and your feet, all 10 fingers, all 10 toes, shoulders down away from your ears. And walk or jump towards the top of your mat. So step it up towards the top of your mat, both hands between your palms. Inhale here to lengthen through your spine. On your exhale, tailbone going down towards the ground, bending into your knees, rolling your shoulders down and back, and actually just sitting back into a chair here. So once you get your chair, really root through your heels and imagine sitting on a chair behind you to really help draw your hips down and back. Pinkies towards one another to create space in your ears. Well, in your ears, near your ears. Inhale here to lengthen. Exhale, hands to heart center in prayer. Inhale here, we're going to come in for a twist on the right. So inhale, lengthen through your spine. Exhale, twist your left elbow to the outside of your right knee and gaze up. But before you do that, check your knees. See that they're in alignment. One usually likes to come out over the other. And then go ahead and hold your chair. Inhale back to center. Exhale, chair twist to the left. So your elbow, your right elbow is on the outside of your left knee. Really sit back into your chair. Press into both palms. Open your heart. We're just moving the blood around in our sacral chakra. Inhale, back to center chair. Exhale, press it all the way up to standing. Inhale, both arms out and up to gaze up. Exhale, press the earth away, chin to chest. Inhale, both arms out and up to gaze up. Exhale, flat back, swan dive, all the way down. Palms to the mat. Inhale, halfway lift, palms to shins, flat back. Exhale, press palms to the mat, and once again, step back into your plank. We're going to hold it here again. Draw your hips towards your heels of your hands, and your heels of your hands towards your hips. And here we're going to ground through our left toe as we lift our right knee to our right elbow. And back, and left knee to left elbow, and back. Right knee to right elbow, and back. Left knee to left elbow, and back. One more time, each side. Right knee to right elbow, and back. Left knee to left elbow. It's okay if your elbows don't touch, and back. Lower your knees to the ground. Chaturanga, heart towards the ground on your exhale. Inhale, cobra or upward facing dog. Exhale, tuck your toes, bend your knees and lift your hips up and back for downward facing dog. And just breathing it out here. Shift into one heel and the other. Really grounding through all 10 fingers, all 10 toes. Inhale, right leg up and back. Exhale, step it through, low lunge. Inhale, lengthen through your spine. And exhale, rise, high crescent. Really root down through your left big toe and your front heel. Inhale here to lengthen. Hands to heart center. On your exhale, left elbow to the outside of your right knee for a twisting lunge. Really press into your palms here. Gaze over your shoulder if that feels good. Really squeezing everything out of there. Inhale back to center, gently, mindfully, so you don't wobble all over the place like I just did. Inhale, both arms out and up. Exhale, press palms to the mat. Step back for your plank. Hold it here. Heels of your hands towards your hips and hips towards the heels of your hands. And gently lower to your knees or not. Exhale, chest towards the ground. Inhale, upward facing dog or cobra. And exhale, tuck your toes, bend your knees, and lift your hips up and back for your downward facing dog. We're going to do the same thing on the left. So just catch your breath, root through your hands and your feet. All the chakras are connected. Inhale, left leg up and back. Exhale, step it through, low lunge. Inhale, lengthen through your spine, ground through your right big toe and your left heel, and exhale to rise. Really lengthen. Try to make sure your hips are rotating a little bit. So your right hip is coming forward, your left hip is coming back. You just want to make sure that your hips are like little headlights to the front. Hands to heart center. Inhale here to lengthen through your spine. On your exhale, right elbow to the outside of your left knee for a twisting lunge. And just doing your best to balance here. And breathe into the space. Strengthening and stretching simultaneously. And inhale, rise mindfully. Both arms out and up. Exhale, press palms towards the mat. Low lunge. Step your left foot back to meet your right. And come into your plank once again. Heels of your hands towards your hips and hips towards the heels of your hands.
And gently lower your knees to the ground. Bring your knees directly under your hips, your hands directly under your shoulders. Inhale to raise your heart, open your hips, and gaze up for cow. And exhale, press the earth away, chin to chest, navel to spine. Inhale, open your heart, raise your hips, and gaze up. Exhale, press the earth away, chin to chest, navel to spine. Come back into your tabletop and untuck your toes and come to sit back on your heels. So your sit bones are on your heels of your feet. And roll your shoulders down and back, sit nice and tall here. Just breathe into the space. We're gonna set up for camel pose. So from here, you're going to rise again. So on your knees you want directly under your hips. Hands on your hips just for now to kind of get this placement here. And then your hands are gonna come behind you as if you're shoving them in the pockets of your pants. And roll your shoulders down and back. Inhale here to lengthen through your spine. On your exhale, we're just gonna mindfully lean back, creating space throughout our body. But we're also just stretching all those core muscles that we just worked. So the solar plexus area. Option to lower one hand and or the other to come into your full camel pose here. And you can lean your head back, which is really hard to talk through, to open that space. And just breathe in. If you join me, bring one hand and then the other to your lower back and come up. Press both palms to the mat, sit back on your heels. Walk your hands to the left and glide your feet out ahead of you. Maybe scoot yourself up towards the top of your mat, shoulders down and back, both palms up. Inhale here, exhale. We're gonna lean back, engaging our core, activating that solar plexus, and maybe lift your legs here. So option to stay here or extend through your legs for boat pose. So this is once again activating all of those tummy muscles, really drawing all the energy there. Your solar plexus is where we find the confidence to move forward, the courage, and gently lower your legs down and rise. Press your feet into the mat, both palms up once again. Inhale here to lengthen through your spine and exhale, roll down one vertebra at a time. And all the way down, head's the last thing to come down. Guide both knees into your chest. Place the palms of your hands on the outside of your knees. And gently circle your knees from left to right to massage our lower backs from that camel pose. And then right to left. And place your left leg down. Raise your right leg high. Cross your right leg over your left. Bring your hands out into little L shapes or T shapes alongside your body. Press into your right heel. Raise your right hips towards the right, or raise your hips towards the right, and drop your knees towards the left, gazing over your right shoulder here. Once again, just stretching out and compressing our solar plexus area. Really drawing all the energy there. So solar plexus also, as it's in your stomach region, is responsible for digestion and things like that. And you think about when you're stressed, how hard it is to digest your food and or you have gut issues. It's all connected. So if we can nourish those tissues and help them feel more at ease, maybe those stressful events won't feel as heightened. Drift your knees back towards the center, unravel both legs, windshield wiper your knees from left to right and right to left, releasing your lower back. We're going to do the same thing on the other side. Press your right foot into the mat, extend your left leg high, cross it over your right, press into your right heel, raise your hips to the left, your knees to the right, and gaze over your left shoulder. And just breathe into the space. Releasing your lower back, maybe some part of your hip joint, maybe even some part of your chest or the inside of your armpit. And gently bring your knees back to center. Release your legs, unravel them, and move them from right to left and left to right in that little windshield wiper. And from here, grab your knees back into towards your chest, grab the outer edges of your knees and right under your knee joint, and just go ahead and rock into a nice seated position and turn to face me in a nice easy seat here. Roll your shoulders down and back. We're going to do lion's breath. So you really want to make sure that your palms are really extended. So your fingers are fully extended and your arms are in little L shapes here. You're going to look like a crazy person, and that's okay. So on your inhale, you're just inhaling like normal, and on your exhale, you stick out your tongue as much as you can and you breathe out. So when that happens, you're also engaging your solar plexus and your navel is drawing in towards your spine. All right, so we'll just do a few sets of these. Get a nice deep breath into your belly, really active in your pause. Inhale, exhale. Option to gaze up. Well, ideally you gaze up. So inhale, exhale. Really feel your exhale rooting you through your sit bones. Inhale and exhale. Last time to look like a crazy person. My palm was not fully extended. Inhale here. Exhale, gaze up. And release. Shake it out. So that's also really good kind of face yoga posture as well. Not only is it activating your solar plexus area, your abdomen on those deep breaths, but also it's stretching the muscle tissue here in your neck and strengthening it simultaneously. So I guess if you were worried about looking jowly eventually over time, this could actually help. So just something to know. All right, so go ahead and get regrounded in your sit bones. Roll your shoulders down and back, palms towards the sky for receiving. Guide your breath up and down your spine, scanning your body, imagining it like a white wisp of light from the base of your tailbone to the crown of your head on your inhale, and from the crown of your head to the base of your spine on your exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Feel the fire you've created. Feel it nourish your soul. Let it nourish your movements into whatever you choose to do through the day. Inhale, both arms out and up to press palms together, hands to heart center in prayer. Inhale, lengthen through your spine, and exhale, gently hinge at your hips and bow to yourself, thanking yourself for this opportunity to reconnect with your mind, body, and spirit. Namaste. I hope you enjoyed that and that you feel nice and confident to move forward in your day. If you really like that, go ahead and like and subscribe for the future videos, especially part of this series. If you feel like anybody else would really appreciate and benefit from this, and go ahead and share it. I guess until next time, or Chakra, I will see you again. Namaste.